Hey folks, this is Jeff Cockrell, Dale Carnegie Master Trainer, Certified High Performance Coach, and founder of Veteran Academy, where we help veterans break the code on success in the civilian world and then help equip them for that mission. I'm also the founder of Coaching Mastery Community, where we help coaches increase their impact by building coaching mastery and business mastery within a supportive community. And welcome to day 12 of our 60-day challenge. Thank you so much for your participation, for the comments. It's fun to get this kind of engagement. Thank you very, very much. And thank you for keeping me accountable, because that's ultimately what, at least for me, is what it's about, is hopefully to be able to share some insight into Dale Carnegie's principles from the perspective of a master trainer, been doing this more than 20 years, and to build a stronger habit of consistency in showing up every day. So thank you so much for this. And I'm excited about today's principle. This is one of the ones that, believe it or not, is really simple, kind of goes to the core of our self-confidence though. I remember sitting at my desk and my boss comes up, Milt McKenna, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, great guy, one of the best guys I ever worked for. And he says to me, hey, listen, I haven't had a chance to take a look at this. I'm just going to go ahead and send it on to the general. Are you good with that? Now, I was a staff officer, and Milt McKenna, guy, was an amazing staff writer. It was incredible. I remember a few weeks before I'd sent up something where I'd done a lot of work on it. And what came out of his office to go to the next level, not only was it totally different, it was like several orders of magnitude better. In fact, I actually apologized to him. I came out and said, I am so sorry. I really thought I had done what you wanted. And he said, you did exactly what I asked for. What I realized when I got it was not what I needed. But it's much easier to edit than it is to create, so this set me up to do what we did. So thank you so much. What you did was exactly what I needed. It's like, oh, okay, great. So when he comes up to me with this one, I know he's an amazing writer. And he said, look, I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. I'm going to send it on to the general. Are you good with it? And I went, let me take another look at that. And he said, I thought you might. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm sorry. I really did not do my best work on this, which I had not. I'd given it kind of a lick and a promise, because he's such an amazing writer. He'll do it. He'll do all the work for me. And so I went and reworked it, went up to him. He did work on it then and sent it on. But the point was, what he did was he gave me an opportunity to follow Dale Carnegie's principle number 12, which is when you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. And that's what I did. I said, yeah, you're right. This was not my best work. I'm sorry. I'll get this fixed. And he said, okay. Now here's the thing that happened is we maintained a level of respect between us. You know, often we look at it as from the position of authority, and if someone is in authority and they admit they're wrong, our level of respect for them goes up, which is true. It also works for subordinates or peers when we say, look, yeah, you're right, I messed this up. The level of respect either goes up or is maintained. It's interesting how that happens. Doesn't matter at what level we are relative to the other person. The second thing, and this is one of the challenges people have, is they want to admit mistakes when they're actually not mistakes. If you're not wrong, then don't say you're wrong. Because what it does is it lacks congruence, and basically we're telling somebody something that is untrue. And it can come across as manipulative. I'm trying to get them to buy into this thing by admitting that I'm wrong when I'm really not. Now, I know some husbands are like, well, I feel like I'm always wrong. That's probably true. That's probably just a good tactic with your wife. Just admit you're wrong. The other thing is people forget this word emphatically. Emphatically means they don't have to pull it out of us like a tooth with a dentist. I mean, we've all had that person who's like, okay, fine, all right, yes, I made a mistake. Crucify me. That is not emphatic. Admitting the mistake quickly and emphatically is, yep, you're right, this was my mistake, I am so sorry. I'll try to be better going forward. That's all we got to do, which actually goes to our 3 strategies today. The first one, if there's an area in which you know you have made a mistake, go to that person and say, hey, look, I made a mistake here. I want you to know about it, and I'm going to try to be better in the future. That's all you got to do. You don't have to beat yourself up. We don't have to do anything else. Just, I'm going to try to be better in the future. And also, don't justify it. Well, I had to do it because. That's not being emphatic about it. Second is kind of a next level up, is go to a person where you know that you've got an area you need to improve, and tell them, look, I have not been good enough in this area, and I am sorry. Do you have any ideas for me? Maybe a couple suggestions that I can put into practice going forward to help me get better? And again, now if they give us a couple of ideas, just say, hey, thanks. That's all you can say. You can't say, well, I've tried that, doesn't work. or that's not who I am. None of that. You don't have to use it, but you do have to accept it. The third thing is to go to somebody and tell them, hey, look, I know that I'm not perfect in some things. I also know I have some blind spots. Can you help me with this? What's an area in which you really think I should get better at? And then can you give me a couple ideas for it? That's a process called feed forward. Marshall Goldsmith talks about it in his book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, which if you're in any sort of senior leadership, I highly recommend that book. What Got You Here Won't Get You There by Marshall Goldsmith. It's a process he calls feed forward. Feedback tends to look back. Feed forward looks forward. And most of us are happy to implement ideas that will help us going forward. We don't want to get beaten up about our past. So that process, hey, listen, I'm trying to get better in this area, or actually going to them and say, I've got some blind spots. Can you help me identify one of them? And what are a couple of ideas that you might have that I can improve on? And then we just take the ideas. We don't have to implement them, but we do have to take them in and just say thank you. And then we want to check back on a regular basis. But try one of those. And remember that ultimately, if we are in the wrong, when we admit it quickly and emphatically, we're going to increase the trust. And at the very least, we're going to have an opportunity to improve. So thank you so much for watching. Share this, send it on, forward it, whatever it is you feel would serve somebody in your life. Thanks so much for watching. In the meantime, folks, knock 'em alive.